Hi, my name is Hannah. Welcome to my channel, Savage Reads. I have been very scattered this summer, and so I'm glad to be here making a video, but I have been doing all sorts of summer activities with my daughters and have not put a lot of work into reading or making videos, which honestly, good for me. Probably healthy to take some breaks, enjoy the summer. It is so hot here, but we've been at the pool every day and it's been great. So I thought I would update you on a few of the books I've read in the past few weeks, as well as some of my art projects. So I have been painting, very inspired with the painting. The painting just keeps going. I will show a couple of my paintings up here next to me. But I have loved painting. It has been so much fun. I'm really looking forward to the weather cooling down a little so I can more comfortably go out, sit outside and try painting in the open air. I think that will be a really fun adventure. I really love this one picture. This is from Portugal and I really love how that turned out. So I'm having fun with that. And as for knitting, I am still keeping up with my knitting. This is slowly but surely getting somewhere. We've got this top. It feels like it's taking me ages and it keeps stressing me out because I'm worried it's going to be too small for my husband because look at that. That would fit me. But I know when I block it, it's going to grow. So I'm just hoping that that turns out okay because I am a little nervous. And very worst case, this ends up as a lovely sweater for me instead of for my husband. And that would be a bit of a bummer, but I do really like it. It's so pretty and I am excited about it. So I am enjoying the knitting and let's jump into some of the books that I have read the last week. Melinda at A Web of Stories recommended the book That's Not How It Happened by Craig Thomas. And this is such an interesting book. It is told from multiple perspectives. We have all four perspectives of a family in a bit of a crisis. So we have the dad who worked his whole career to be a screenwriter and has supported his family through all of this. We have the mom who stayed home helping her son with Down syndrome really find his footing, and she wrote a book that has taken off about their experiences, and now it is going to be made into a movie. We also have Emmett, the son with Down syndrome, and his experience of this planning and preparing to make a movie about his life. And we also have the forgotten other child, Darcy, and how difficult things are for her feeling left behind by her family and trying to make these life decisions as she becomes an adult. And so we have these four people, these four different perspectives, and I really enjoyed it. I thought this was really well done. It was kind of fun and heartwarming in places, and I think it did a good job at trying to discuss some of the issues that the disabled community faces, and I think it was really good at looking at some of those family dynamics and how someone's focus might not always be in the right place, even if their heart might be. I really did enjoy this. How would it be to have someone try to make a feel-good movie out of your life? And is the portrayal accurate or not? Is it offensive? And I loved they had an actor that seems pretty based on Timothée Chalamet showing up in this, and I thought that was funny and horrible. This author is the co-creator and executive producer of How I Met Your Mother. And I liked this way better than How I Met Your Mother. I've never really liked that show. I think this book managed to include a little bit of that sitcom timing, comedic situations type thing, and I thought that was really successful, and I liked how this all worked together. I really do enjoy books that show kind of a unique perspective. Now, I did listen to this book on audio, and I thought it was excellent on audio. I thought that the voice actors were fantastic, and I thought the voice actors were really fantastic. And so I don't know how the experience would be reading this as a physical book, because I did think that it was a very immersive experience listening to it. So I do recommend it as the audio, and overall, I really liked this one. So So I heard about this book from the channel Book Chat with Pat, and this is the true story of Raja the Gullible and his mother. And I am going to just read a little bit of the description of this one. It says, in a tiny Beirut apartment, 63-year-old Raja and his mother live side by side. A beloved high school philosophy teacher and the neighborhood homosexual, Raja relishes books, meditative walks, order, and solitude. Zalfa, his octogenarian mother, views her son's desire for privacy as a personal affront. She demands to know every detail of Raja's work life and love life. This book was really interesting. I just don't know. If you look at it purely from the side of the relationship between Raja and his mother, I thought that was really good. I think some of the other stuff in the middle was kind of disturbing, and I wasn't quite sure what we were supposed to get from it. I don't feel like Raja really ever confronted how horrific some of the things that happened to him were. It was in an interesting time and place. I did think that mother-son relationship was really interesting, but everything in between, I was kind of on the fence on this one. It had moments of being really nice and moments where I just didn't really like it. And so I'm a little on the fence on this one. I don't know where I land with it. If you've read this book, let me know. Now, I read out loud to my daughters Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery, and I have not read this since I was young, and I remember my mother and my sisters loving those old Anne of Green Gables movies and watching them all my childhood, and I remember not liking those movies at all. And I thought as an adult, okay, maybe it's just because everybody loved them and they thought Gilbert was so romantic and all that. I thought maybe that was why I just couldn't handle it. And so I thought we'd read this out loud. And honestly, reading this out loud, super adorable. My girls loved it. My 6-year-old went around for a week telling everyone that she was in the depths of despair. And that was really cute. So I liked reading it, and then I thought, you know, I am probably judging those old movies so harshly. What is it, the 1985 made-for-television drama film? Because I'm an adult, let's go watch a clip of it, and I'll show it to my girls. You know what? They had the exact same reaction that I did, and it's that, like, cringiness. And I think I'm just too susceptible to it, and my daughters are as well. I have not watched the more recent adaptations, the Anne with an E or any of those. So if you've watched any of those, let me know if that's something that I should go look up, because for some reason, that one just doesn't work for me, even though I know it is the favorite of so many people. So apparently my girls didn't like it either. I turned on a clip and they both said, ooh, can we turn this off? I don't like this. So they liked the book. Now, I read this last one because of the cat bite, and I read Coldwire by Chloe Gong, and this is the first book in the Strange Loom trilogy, and the only book that has been published so far, which I found to be kind of annoying. I didn't want to get into this and then be left on a cliffhanger. What's up with that? I thought that this was a very interesting premise. Basically, we have this world where the Earth is not great anymore, and everybody has moved to live in virtual reality. And we have these soldiers who are fighting in a Cold War. And I thought there were moments of this that were super engaging. I wasn't super surprised at some of the reveals in this. It had its moments of being really cool, really interesting, very cool world building, and it had its moments that had a sweet romance, and that was really fun, but it also dragged a little for me, and I struggle with this genre. I struggle a little bit with getting into sci-fi books, and so this is cool. If I had the whole trilogy, I might like it better, then I could get that full resolution, but I hate being left on a cliffhanger. If you're looking for an interesting sci-fi, young adult, futuristic trilogy, this is great. This is your Hunger Games in virtual reality, and I thought that it was fine for what that was supposed to be, but probably just not quite the book for me. That is what I have read the past little bit. It is summertime. I am slowly reading a few books right now. I will be back hopefully soon to talk about some of them. And let me know, how is your summer going? What have you been reading? Is your summer a slower reading time, or do you have more time to read during the summer? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you all in the next one.